Today I'm going to give you 3 steps to overcome your fears. And also the third step just might help you with everything, not just fear itself. So stay tuned for that. Like this video if it helps you, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. But let's get started. Step 1, I call it the shut up method. Now, I used this method quite a bit back then. What it means is when you have a negative thought, a fearful thought of something that you don't think God can help you with, you shut that thought up immediately and you go pray, you go read, you go and focus on Christ instead of feeding into that negative thought. Because if you continue to feed a negative thought and fear over and over again, it becomes bigger and the problem becomes worse to you. Even though the problem never changed, just you thinking about it over and over and over again makes it worse. Anytime you don't think God can help you with your finances and your fear of losing your house, or you don't know how to do this, shut it up immediately and go pray, go read, go worship. Because evil tries to get in your mind, because this is where he plays his games. Because your soul is God's. Satan can't take that. But what he can try to do is lie to you as the deceiver to make you think otherwise and mentally make you doubt God. Pretty much you just need to counterattack whatever negative thing that is not of Christ immediately. Don't even second think, don't even give it a time of day. Give no opportunity to the devil, as it says in Ephesians 4:27. Because if you leave no opportunity for him, then there's nowhere for him to go. So now that you know how to get your fears and put it away, just completely remove it. Step 2 is all about keeping it that way so that you can now be sealed and you won't have any issues. The world can be a dark place. It's a dark place. There's a lot of negative things out there, but you don't need to be blending in with that. We're the light. We can be the light of this world, that we can show people the love of Christ. So we don't need to blend in, mixed in with the dark. But we are light. Focus on the light and you will be the light. He is love. You ought to be love as well. So if you don't want darkness, then don't intervene with any type of darkness. Whatever it is in your life, remove it. If you don't, it's an issue and it's not getting you close to God, remove it. Friends, social media, movies, whatever it is. These little tiny things that we don't think that are causing whatever is already a trap that Satan put into this world. It's already out there. Movies, there's nothing wrong with watching this, or there's nothing wrong with this song, but it creates fears on a daily basis that you don't even think that it builds up a fear. If you're holding on to so many fears, you're not letting go of your burdens, as he says to do. God tells us to let go of our burdens and you'll be free. He wants you to have freedom. And for you to have freedom, you need to let go of what's weighing you down. I would recommend clicking this video. It will help you on Christian strategies that will help you grow in your walk with Christ. And I give you 5 of them in that video. Check it out after this one. It'll help you out with a bunch of things, I guarantee you. But once again, focusing on him gives you peace. And I've always said this, peace is not an emotion. Peace is a person. Love is not an emotion either, it's a person. If you want peace, don't go try to find peace in this world. You're not going to find it. So if you need love, if you need comfort in a nasty world, go find comfort, go find love. And when I say go find love, that means Jesus. Go find him, go after him. If you're focusing on Jesus, once again, you're not leaving any opportunity for Satan to intervene in your spirit and your mind anywhere. But if you feed into fear, it will make an action in your life. That's just the way it's going to work. That's why he says, be on guard. You need to make sure that you're on point about these things. So like Peter and Jesus, when Jesus was walking on water and Peter started walking with Jesus, the problem was Peter had faith for a certain amount of time, focusing on Jesus. That's when he was walking on water and there was no issue. But then he started to look down at the waves and the water, and he sank. And Jesus says, "Oh, you little faith." The problem is that when you look at the issues, you sink. When you focus on him, you are free and you are uplifted. And that's exactly what happens. A lot of people think, well, Jesus was walking on water. Well, there's a lot more to it spiritually than just Jesus walking on water. He wasn't walking on water. He was walking on faith Water was just the physical attribute of what he's standing on, but faith is what's keeping him above water. So same with Peter. Peter's faith was keeping him above water. His doubt let him sink. So if you don't want to sink in your life and you want fear weighing you down like it did Peter and the water consumed him and can drown him, focus on Jesus like Peter did. But don't take your eyes off Christ. Remain in that. Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. God's going to help you with whatever is going on in your life. If you let God intervene into your life, because he's not going to force himself on you. Draw near to him and he will draw near to you. He's done his part in the relationship. Now it's our part to accept and live the way he needs us to live, to find that peace, that freedom, that unfearing life. For step 3, I've already said this, but I want to emphasize on it a little bit more. Realize Satan can't do anything unless you let him. So this video doesn't even need to be all about fear. This can be anything. Whatever is going on in your life that's negative, that is of Satan, that is nothing of God, remember, those things don't need to be there. The world and your mind may tell you otherwise. Or maybe God's trying to teach you something by putting these issues in your life. God doesn't do that. He wants you to have peace. Issues are from Satan, but God has given us the tools to overcome those issues. So the people get it mixed up by saying God gives you these tribulations to the strongest people and that these things are going to make you have a strong character. No. The thing is, this is an unfair world and problems are going to erupt. And that's what the Bible's for, and that's what Jesus is for. So is, hey, you know what? I've given you the tools: worship, prayer, meditation on me, and to talk to me, because these tools will help you overcome these issues. Because Jesus already overcame the world. He overcame sin. Now it's just a matter of accepting those very things he's already done previously. So he's done all the hard work, the hard labor. Now it's just you saying, I do. Once again, it's getting hot in here. Just remember how big God is, and anything is possible with God. And Satan is so small that you could step on him like a roach. But if you make him big in your mind and you see him as such a hard obstacle to overcome in this world, you just made him a lot stronger and a lot bigger. Not that his powers have changed in any way, but you've just allowed those powers to come in. But you need to make a realization as a child of God: I am not going to let Satan ever get in my mind, get in my family, get to let any of that happen again. It sounds too good to be true, but trust me, God is all about that. It's an amazing thing that God cares about his kids that much, and some of Christians don't even believe he loves his kids that much. Weirdly enough, don't let anybody tell you that problems need to be in your life. Issues will come up, but it's how you deal with those very issues with the tools that you've been given. And you can have peace in these problems. It's how you react to the problems. So you can react peacefully and calmly and in love. If somebody's doing something in your life, know that God has you, and that everything's going to be okay when you pray and you focus on him. Submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Think about it like this: if you don't feed your fear's gonna die, because you're not giving it any food, any nutrients to stay alive. Same thing with sin or any other negativity that you feed into every day. Like I'm saying, this doesn't have to be specifically fears. It could be anything. If you feed into those very things, it's going to live and it's going to stay there in your life until you kill the evil that's there. Same thing with God. When you feed into the light and you live into that and you focus on this, you're feeding that. And that's when bearing good fruits and living a spiritual light. And one more scripture I wanted to read is, be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls like a roaring lion seeking someone to devour. Focus on Christ and that won't be a problem. The devil will look and try to get you to feel weak and to make him feel strong and big, and that you are small and God is small. And when it says anything and all things through Christ who strengthened me, I mean, all things and nothing's impossible, even Christians will, make that seem maybe not everything. Just take it as is. Just take it as is and run with that. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. God cares about the kids way more than other people realize. And He wants you to overcome your fears and so much more. And it just takes these 3 steps. To shut up the negativity right away. Do not let it feed on anything in your mind. Number 2, to keep it that way by focusing on the light and you becoming that. And number 3, just realizing that He has no power at all. That not just over fears, but anything. Whatever you feed into is what's going to stay alive. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If it did help you understand how to overcome your fears, like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Leave me a comment if you have any more questions or anything like that. I always comment and answer every question that you have. I want to be the best helper I can be so that we can be at peace in this world, so that we can be at peace in this world and the next one.